What's up, everybody? It's Jacob. Thanks for checking out this week's channel update. Thought I'd start off the week strong and make some batch recordings. So I always like to batch record. I don't know if I've talked about that before because I'm just not that creative. I just can't get up in the middle of the day and have an idea and just record a video. I have to plan a lot of things out. So, but that being said, which I don't script. I don't script anything. I just write down things on 3x5 cards. I'll write a general title and then put a few bullet points of what I want to talk about. And sometimes it's 3 bullet points, sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 5. And if I hit all 5 or all 3, it's a miracle. But yeah, your boy wings a lot of this. But generally, the topic is known before I push the record button, which kind of brings me to what I want to talk about. Let me set this down here, get comfortable. So yeah, I've been noticing some interesting things with now that I'm monetized, which, by the way, thanks everybody. Thank you so much for your support. I just blows my mind that most of the activity that's happened on this channel has been within 5 weeks. And it is tapering off now. That big burst got me over the hill, and now I can kind of relax, and the traffic is tapering off and going down to the levels it was before I was known. But a lot of my viewers, the loyal viewers come back and watch, so it's mostly existing subscribers, not a lot of new ones. And I think that's just the way things go. And I think I hit like a holiday bump. I've heard of these things happening to other creators, so it's all good. But something else that I noticed now that I'm monetized is that in the last week, a lot of creators that I follow, some really big channels, have all posted on their community tabs that they got videos didn't pass the monetization check after the upload. So it's one thing if you put something up and you offend somebody and they report the video, and you get your monetization turned off or something like that, and you go through the appeal process. I'm talking about you record a video, do all of your metadata that you want to get ready for your upload the video, and then it goes through that check. And depending on how long the video is and how busy the system is, the check can be a matter of minutes. It can be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just depends. And I think it's all AI that's doing that. There really isn't a human involved at that point. And they're looking for problem words, problem topics, and things like that. And I think maybe in a future video, I'm going to do more behind the scenes videos instead of on the Sundays, and kind of talk about how I couch my topics so that I can get past the monetization check more readily. But anyway, that's the second time I went off on a tangent. I'm sorry. But what I was trying to get at is that I've noticed that big channel creators are going through demonetization through that automatic uploading process. And I have this theory. I think there's a knob, so to speak, that YouTube dials up and down to adjust the sensitivity of the AI when it looks for things. And this knob is cranked up around sensitive events or events that could stir up a lot of sentiment that may not be messaging they don't want to get out there, or they just want to temper the rhetoric, to just kind of get people to calm down a little bit. And we're coming up on the inauguration tomorrow, and so I think they cranked up the knob. I also think that if you recall, during our prolonged lockdown we were all under for about 2.5 years, depending on where you were, that knob was on 11 all the way through the entire thing, and it was very sensitive, and a lot of people were getting their speech filtered, tempered. Try and be careful not to use certain words because algo. And I, even as back in those days, I was not a content creator. I was a very heavy consumer of YouTube content, and I was very active, and I'd make comments, and you know, I'm not really like a very politically loud person, or very you know, I don't attack and yell and get mad so much in the comments like some people can. And even some of my comments were getting um, quarantined, you know, and they would just disappear. So there's definitely like a, like I said, there's a knob that's turned up and down. So in response to that, I came up with an idea for a tool that I want to see if I can get it to work just off of Chat GPT. And I'm talking to other channel creators, and I've already contacted some of you, asking for some data so that I can train an AI to spot what these videos are, and what rhetoric, or what's make, you know, when it's being sensitive, and what triggers it. And so what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna don't send me anything now, but I'm because I still have to figure out what parameters I want to train the AI on. So I'm working on a spreadsheet that I'm gonna put up, where I'm gonna have some of the other channel creators. I'll invite you to put all the videos that were um, not the monetization was limited when you uploaded, versus when you got reported, versus maybe something else happened down the later. Because I'm new at this, so I don't know all the scenarios that can get you demonetized. So I'm still learning this. So anyway, at the moment, I want to ask content creators to just check in the comment section below to see if you'd be interested in using this tool. The idea is that you would send your unlisted video before you put it up, or maybe there's a way. You know, I'm trying to keep this inexpensive, because it'll be expensive to upload a video somewhere and then have the AI yoink it in, generate the transcript, and then there has to be a way for you to send a transcript uh, low cost. And I have ways to do that, but at scale is the issue. So anyway, sorry for all the engineering talk, but my point is that what's being said in the video, you just need to get it into text, run it through the AI, and the AI is exposed to all kinds of different other videos that were limited, or all the different scenarios that got the video demonetized. And it can warn you, you know, hey, you said something in this part of the video that could, you know, trigger the algorithm. And maybe I could also train the AI to go, yeah, well, okay, well, there's you know, an inauguration happening, or this particular politically charged event was happening, so I can have it like understand what's happening in society and what's being said in the video, and it can correlate, because AI is beautiful at that kind of stuff. Um, that's going to take a lot of work, but I'm just trying to figure out a very simple, easy way to do it with just Chat GPT and showing it some examples. I figure maybe 100, 200 examples should be enough to really give it, you know, an idea. But you know, we're in algorithmic bubbles too, and you know, most of the other content creators I know are in the manosphere, so the AI will probably be heavily biased towards that. So I got to figure out a way to make it a little broader. But anyway, these are all problems to solve, and you know, if you're interested, please get in touch with me. My 3x5 cards, as mentioned earlier in the video. So yes, uh, that dial that I was talking about, I think is something that's a factor. They control the sensitivity. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about was I'm going to start doing lives in the next week or two. And if you want me to talk about some particular topics, I'd be curious to know. So comment below. My idea is that I want to have different segments in the live. First segment can, you know, be manosphere stuff, but I kind of, to be honest, I've moved beyond a lot of that stuff. I do talk about it, and I do have certain concerns about it, more about the future of relationships and between people moving forward, not so much dwelling on you know, the dynamics, the gender war, and all that kind of stuff. But you know, I can talk about that a little bit. And then the other segment, I want to talk about learning how to use AI, or things going on with AI in society and problems that it's causing. And then another segment that, you know, can be nostalgia. You know, because those are the three things that I make my content on. Um, So, and I have been getting a lot of interest too from people in the comments that they want to learn. They want to, where do I start with AI and where I want to go? Because, you know, I'm just going to be honest. The reason why I started this channel was that I do want to generate some revenue, right? Initially, I'm not thinking that I would be able to make a living off of this, but certainly, make a little money here and there. And a couple things that I want to do is I want to put out a course that will have pretty much all the basic skills you're going to need going into the workforce. Just like you need to learn how to type, you have to know how to use email, you have to know word processing now. The new skill is going to be prompt engineering, learning how to talk to an AI to tease out what you need versus how you talk to the AI when you want to learn something. And I think those are they're going to be very, very important skills, like learning how to use a mouse, learning how to type a certain number of words a minute without making a lot of mistakes, just a very rudimentary skill. So I was thinking of creating a course for that, and then maybe going into some intermediate and some advanced things. But I don't want to make the course, like, how some people, their whole thing is they just want to grow their audience and then charge a $2,500 ticket. That to me is that's not helping anybody. That to me, that's just greed. So I want to make it accessible to more people. So I'm trying to think of pricing. So, it does make it worth my while, but I also want to make it accessible to anybody and everybody as much as I can. And the other reason why I started this channel is besides having a heart for teaching and teaching, uh, I have a heart for mentorship. And one of the things that I did in my job before I got laid off is I would mentor junior software engineers, teach good programming patterns, soft skills. Soft skills are really important. Even with AI, that's why I talk a lot about, the human side of things, having empathy and emotional intelligence are very crucial uh, alongside using AI, because AI cannot do those things. It's not capable of that. So we have to have that in spades to make up for the severe lack of that in all the AI tools that we have now. And even with the supposed AGI, artificial general intelligence, which will probably be the closest thing to a computer being human-like, at least in how it would learn and solve problems. We're still going to need soft skills more than ever. And um, what I want to do is I want to set up maybe like a consulting to help people. Maybe I can teach the prompt engineering one-on-one. So you go through the basic course, and then I can maybe do a one-on-one to do more advanced things so that people can go further along in their career. Because what a lot of these companies are doing, they're building their own AI tools that work internally, but you still need the same basic skills to talk to Chat GPT and tease out things that you would need to use the internal tools. So, if, going into the workforce, being able to use a mouse, type, use email, and do prompt engineering, you're going to you'll do very well. So, yeah, just some things that I'm just kind of mulling on right now. The AI tool, how many content creators, if you would be interested in that. And again, this is not something that would be designed to mitigate what AI is doing. That wouldn't be possible. But it's just a way to prevent you from going through the whole process, recording. Even before you edit the thing, just run the whole thing through the AI, and it'll say, "Oh yeah, this particular phrasing you're using could be problematic. Maybe rephrase it this way." Because let's be honest, we all temper our speech to a degree when we're on YouTube, because we know the algorithm's watching, and we know that they want certain things couched a certain way. And I understand why they do that to a degree. Yes, there's political motivation, but there's also a monetary reason for that, because advertisers have a certain expectation of decency, so political stuff aside, to make sure that their ads are not sitting alongside certain things that could be guilt by association. But anyway, I'm rambling at this point, like I do in these updates, and I really appreciate you guys' support. comment below if you have any other additional ideas to put into the AI tool. That would be great too, because I kind of want to make this a community thing. Or if you what you want me to talk about in the lives, or if you have any videos or anything you want me to look at and review. I'm thinking about bringing in some videos and looking at those. I'm open to that as well. But in the meantime, until the next one, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Peace.